Welcome to Senior Moments with Western Arizona Senior Living. My name is Christy Newport, and I'm a Senior Living Advisor with Western Arizona Senior Living, and we help seniors and their families navigate the assisted living process through all of Mojave, La Paz, and Yuma counties. And our guest today is Devin White from Family Care, Home Health, and Hospice. Welcome, Devin.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. So Devin, tell us a little bit about you and a little bit about who Family Care is and what they do.
All right, so I'm Devin White with Family Care, Home Health, and Hospice. Hospice is my passion. For those of you that know me, this is what I love doing. And it's just a pleasure to be able to do home health as well. So I've been kind of in the hospice world for about 12 years. Family Care, Home Health, and Hospice was established in 2017 in Arizona. We originally started in Nevada, and then we moved over into Lake Havasu in 2019. And we just recently started hospice. So we started out with home health first, and now we are doing hospice as well.
In Mojave County.
Yes.
Yeah. So exciting times, lots of growth happening, lots of exciting things happening at Family Care. So explain to me our audience, what exactly is home health? What does that mean?
So home health services is clinical home care. So with that, you get, and it's all in your home setting, so wherever you call home. With that, you get nursing care, you get certified nursing assistant care, physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and social work. So basically, we like to say it is rehab in your own home. So if you have had an illness or an injury, you're coming out of the hospital, or say you're in a rehab facility and you need us to come in and continue your physical therapy or start physical therapy, occupational therapy, any of those clinical services, when you come out of the hospital, we can do that as well.
That's awesome. And I know that we work a lot together with clients who have experienced an incident. They maybe have fallen or something has happened, and they are in a skilled nursing and in facility rehab, but they don't want to be in that environment anymore. They want to be in a home-like setting. So it's a fantastic way of continuing those services and continuing that strengthening and being able to get better, but do so at home. So how does home health get paid for?
So home health care is paid through insurance. So whether you have Medicare, you have a commercial insurance, example, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Those insurances do cover home health as long as you have that home health under your insurance. So Medicare is covered 100%. And depending on your insurance provider, when commercial, it just kind of depends on what's covered and what's not covered. So just like any other specialties that you go to, we would have to request authorization through your commercial insurance. They then tell us how many visits we're approved to go out and do that with. Now with Medicare, it is all covered.
Okay. So as long as they have Medicare, everything is covered.
Yes.
Excuse me, an unlimited amount of time?
No, there is a short amount of time, and also it depends on if you're progressing, right? So if you're rehabable, we can continue to do your physical therapy. And then again, with the commercial insurance as well, it just depends on how many visits that we get approved for.
Just like you would any other kind of referral for referral service for any kind of other specialist through your doctor.
Correct.
So you would go through your doctor.
Correct.
So if somebody doesn't have an incident like we were talking about, and they're not in a skilled nursing, but they're at home, what can somebody just say, hey, I think I would want home health, and can they just call you up and say, hey?
Yeah, I do get a lot of community referrals. So what I do is I like to go out in the home and have a consultation appointment. See what they're struggling with, what's going on, why did they think home health, or why did they make that call? And then we assess the situation. Sometimes one can just be having weakness, and now they're having multiple falls. So we can contact the doctor's office. I do all of the legwork, and get that order to start up nursing and physical therapy, occupational therapy, whatever the doctor is ordering for us to come out and do.
So if I'm understanding correctly, so if somebody was at home and they were just feeling generally weak, or they were having a lot of different falls, that's something that they could call family care, home health, to say, hey, I'd like to learn how to get better and stronger so that I'm, not falling so much, and that is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of calls that we do get sometimes too is they think of home health care and home care. So they're thinking that they're calling for home care. So they want a caregiver coming in and assisting. And so when I come in, I let them know home care you're paying out of pocket with, right? So when I come in, I try to explain to them home health care is going to be covered under your Medicare, and we can do this, this, and this. Now, we're not in your home 24/7, but you have access to us 24/7.
Yeah. And I think one of the things that I learned too that home health also does is wound care. So if somebody has open sores from diabetes or something like that, that is a huge benefit to home health, is being able to have somebody come in and attend those wounds, open wounds that just need ongoing care, and it's been a lifesaver for a lot of our clients. So, so how is home health and hospice different?
Okay, so with home health, right? So we are treating that injury or that illness, and we want to get you better. We want to get you on to feeling better, being able to walk around, not be weak. If you have an injury, we are trying to help you, again, gain strength to come off of home health. That's our goal, is to get you better. With hospice, you have a terminal illness of 6 months or less, and you're no longer wanting to do any kind of treatment. So there's no treating there. We are keeping you comfortable. So that's kind of the difference. One is we're treating that curative, and then the other one is that you're not doing curative treatment anymore.
So, and I think what's really nice too is that you guys can make that transition. You can make that transition really easily from home health, and they say, okay, this isn't going to get any better, or, and then you have a continuity of care, continuity of service. I imagine the same nurse comes out. Is that, if it's the nursing, you always get the same nurse, whether you're on home health or hospice, or?
So we, our entire team does both. So all of our nurses are trained to do home health and hospice. So we try to keep that that care continuous. So if they transition from our home health over to our hospice, it is nice that they're not going to have that change. They're not going to have new faces in their home, because people don't like a bunch of people in their house. Our seniors, they're very private. And it's nice to not have to have a whole new set of people coming in.
And it is true. I mean, as seniors especially, and that as we get older, we're not as apt or interested in change.
Yeah.
And so when you get comfortable with someone, you want to continue that. And especially if you are going from home health onto hospice, these are your later years, months, and you want to just be as comfortable as possible. And so I think that's a great transition to be able to have access to.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Yeah. So you talked about Bullhead City, and you started in family care started in Nevada and came over to Arizona. So Bullhead City and now Lake Havasu. But what is family care's geographic service area?
So we cover all of Mojave County. So our Bullhead office covers basically that entire area over there, and then into Lake Havasu. So you're looking at Kingman, Dolan Springs, Fort Mojave, Topak, and then you come over to Lake Havasu, Yucca, and then we also do Parker. We offer nursing care only in the Parker area, but that is as far as we go that way.
But you do go out to the rural parts of Mojave County, which I think is huge too.
Yeah. Definitely.
And that's one of the things, a benefit of home health is that You don't have to get in your car and drive somewhere. You've got somebody coming to you, especially if you were living in a remote area, which we have a lot of that in Arizona and Mojave County. To get dressed, if you're hurting, you don't necessarily are not going to be motivated to get up, get dressed, get in the car, drive a half hour, do the therapy, and then drive back. So
and asking your family members or spouse or trying to find that transport to take you to those therapy services, it's exhausting, right? Like when you get done with physical therapy, do you want to really
I want to go ice
all that stuff to get back into the car and get back home? So yeah, it's nice. It's nice that we come to you wherever your home is.
Huge benefit. Huge benefit. So, Devin, if our audience wanted to reach out to you directly, how would they go about finding you?
You can call me directly on my cell phone. I'm very easy to get a hold of, and more than likely I'm going to answer right away because I keep that thing attached to me at all times. It's 928-208-5360, or you can contact our office at 928-302-3338. Or check out our website at familycarehha.com.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Devin, for coming and explaining home health and family care to us. And be sure to watch for next week's episode. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Bye.